So today we're going to be talking about 3 keys to kingdom health and fitness. Hey, my name is Brandon. I am a husband, father of 4, serial entrepreneur, and a certified coach. And our heart at Kingdom Success is to help you live more intentional each and every day so that you can find the success He has for you in your faith, family, fitness, and finance. And so today we're talking about fitness. And this is a big one, right? Especially here in America, it's a challenge to stay fit. We are not the most healthy nation, right? But is it God's will? Is this really important for us to take time to talk about? And when there's so many other big kingdom things to talk about, like the lost being saved, right? Well, yes, the answer is yes. God cares about your fitness, because guess what? If you're sick and you're not healthy, how are you going to have the energy and the ability to go out and accomplish the calling that He has on your life? So yes, God does care about your health and your fitness. It's a kingdom principle. And not too long ago, I asked a number of guys, what is the biggest challenge that you're facing, in those 4 areas of your life, your faith, family, fitness, finance, or anything else? What's the number one challenge? And it was so sad that the majority of them came back with their fitness, their health. They said, if I could see God transform one thing in my life, it would be my health. And guess what? That's not God's will for you. That's not God's will for me or for any of His children. God desires us to walk in a healthy, vibrant body to accomplish His will on earth. And let me ask you this. Can you imagine there being in heaven angels running on treadmills? It doesn't exist, right? It's almost laughable. Of course, why? Because heaven is a healthy place. Would you agree with that statement? That heaven is a place of health and wholeness. Like there's no sickness there. There's no disease there. There's no overweight, obese angels in heaven, because heaven is a healthy place. And why is heaven a healthy place? It's because God values health and wholeness. It's how He originally created us. It's His original design. And that's actually the first key to walking in the health and wholeness that God desires for you, is that you have the same value of health. That you value your health the way that He values your health. And if you know what? If we don't value something, are we going to care for it? Of course, the answer is no. We don't care, and we're not intentional with the things that we don't truly value. So one of the first keys to seeing a transformation in our health and fitness is to actually value it. To value it so much that we're willing to do the hard things, the difficult things, to make sure that we get to that place of health and wholeness that God desires for us to be in. And when it comes to value in health, we need to value not only just losing the 10 pounds or looking a little better, but we want to value being a healthy person, to living a healthy lifestyle. And so when you value that over just losing the 10 pounds, it's a mindset shift that's going to help you be successful. That you value just being a healthy person, and you take on that identity that, hey, I am a healthy person, and so these are the things I do. I eat healthy. I exercise my body. I do healthy things because I am a healthy person. And so we have to value and become that in our identity. So let's talk about the second key to walking in kingdom fitness. And the second key is this, that we have kingdom, this is a word that nobody likes, kingdom discipline. Discipline, it is not a fun word, but it is required for us to experience the health that God has for us. Now, I love in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 that Paul says that he disciplines his body for the sake of the gospel. right? There was a discipline that Paul, obviously, he had an eternal goal, and that's the same goals that we should have, that we should value. That, yeah, hey, I need to discipline my body. I need to bring my body into subjection because I'm on mission. I'm living for the kingdom. I'm living with purpose that is marked by eternity, not just looking good on the beach, you know? So he said that he disciplined his body. In the same way, think about it, Jesus, he had discipline in his rhythms and routines, didn't he? It says that Jesus, he often woke up early before anyone else, and he would go out to deserted places to be with the Father, to pray. And so there was a discipline that he had to walk in. I'm sure that every morning that he didn't just wake up fully alert, ready to go, and feeling like it every single day. I'm sure there's days where Jesus had to practice discipline, but he knew that that was the healthy rhythm that he needed in his life. And we have to do the same thing. We have to choose discipline and be disciplined if we're going to be successful in our health. And guess what? There's good news. When you choose discipline and push past the pain, that pain point, guess what? There's enjoyment on the other side. There's benefits for you. There's more energy. There's an alertness that comes when you push past the hard part and you're disciplined to get to the other side. And so the third key that we're going to talk about today that's so important to walk in kingdom health and wholeness is this: kingdom accountability. Accountability, again, these are all kind of tough words, but in order for us to be disciplined, sometimes we need accountability in our lives, right? We need someone that we're accountable to hold us to that discipline, to hold us to our goals, to help us along the journey, to be accountable. You know, because ultimately, here's why this is so important. Because ultimately, we're going to stand before God, right? And we're going to be accountable before Him and give account in every area of our life, including even down to our words. And how sad will it be for those who Jesus will ask, why were you not able to complete your calling and your mission? Because you did not steward your body. You did not steward your health. Now, again, let me give a disclaimer. There's so many health challenges and reasons that are out of our control, that discipline and value and accountability, all those things can't do. We're at the mercy of the weakness of our flesh and God's grace and help. But where we can, we need to make sure that we're stewarding our health. And so accountability, how do we practice accountability? Well, one of the greatest accountabilities that you can have in your life is having a big why. And what do I mean by that? I mean, why do you want to be healthy? Why is it important? And why should you value it? You need to understand that. Understand your why. If you have a spouse and kids, those are a great why. Your family, being healthy and whole, to have energy, to love them, to care for them, to be with them, that's an amazing why to have, to help you, hold you accountable. And then find a friend, find a brother or sister who can hold you accountable and say, hey, you know what? I really need to raise the bar and level up in my health and fitness to really steward it well for God. Will you hold me accountable? Will you help me to accomplish my goals? And when you practice these three things, when you value what God values, when you are practicing discipline, and then you have the accountability to do that, those three elements are really going to help you be successful in your health and wholeness and the full life that God has for you. Hey, thanks for taking time to watch this video. If you desire more personal and professional success in your life, the success that God has for you, I want you to check out the links down in the show notes. We've got some free resources to help you on your journey to take action so you can experience the full life that God desires you to have. Also, visit our website at kingdomsuccess.coach.